The criminal drug trafficking trial for former Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores, is set to begin on June 1st of next year. The two were taken from their home in Caracas during an overnight raid by the U.S. military in January. Both have been held at a Brooklyn detention center since being brought to the U.S. They each face potential life sentences and have pleaded not guilty. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman was at a hearing today and has more.
Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores, were back in court this afternoon, where the judge set a trial date for next June. But before we get there, his legal team has made it clear that they plan to challenge this indictment and the jurisdiction of this court entirely. What they plan to argue is that as a head of state, Maduro should have sovereign immunity, and basically this case shouldn't be litigated in this court at all. So the judge has set a hearing for November 17th, and that is where there will be arguments on this issue, which will be a threshold. Then, if we surpass that, there will then be motions, discovery, all of the things that you do leading up to a normal trial. So for now, we are planning on having this trial next June, but there are still steps that we will need to take to get there. We also expect Maduro's defense team to challenge as well the way that Maduro was brought to the country, the way he was arrested, taken from Venezuela and brought to the United States, where he and his wife have now been held in a detention center in Brooklyn since January. Now, in court today, Maduro seemed to be in good spirits. When he walked into court, he was smiling, he shook hands with his attorneys, and he turned to the courtroom and in English said, "Good morning." Before he left, he also looked around and seemed to wave goodbye to someone who was in the courtroom. As a reminder, Maduro and his wife are facing drug trafficking charges, and they could both face life in prison. Back to you.
Katrina Kaufman, thank you.